Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Ramsey. A Melbourne apartment complex has been put into lockdown overnight. Residents of the Mason Street units at Newport were given no explanation for the stay-at-home orders. This comes after a new COVID case emerged hours after the release of the daily figures for the state yesterday. The case worked at the Moonee Valley Racecourse drive-through clinic as a traffic controller and worked at least 2 shifts whilst infectious. Meantime, up to 300,000 jobs will go due to the extended COVID lockdown in Greater Sydney. That's the grim prediction from the CommBank, which claims 1 in 10 workers will be unemployed. Job losses come as Sydney-siders face the highest rate of inflation since 2008, with food and petrol rising at double the rate of wages growth. The COVID lockdowns in Sydney and Melbourne have seen more people getting vaccinated. Anthony Scott from Melbourne University says there's been a drop in vaccine hesitancy across the country.
Obviously those states which have been most affected have the biggest falls, but this drop has been present across all states and all age groups.
To Tokyo now, and another 3,177 people have tested positive for COVID-19. 169 people connected to the Olympics have contracted the virus. It is the highest daily rate of infection in Tokyo since the beginning of the pandemic, but the Japanese Prime Minister still insists that there's no need to cancel the Olympic Games. In Olympics sport news, defending Olympic champ Kyle Chalmers is in the final of the 100-metre freestyle at the Games this afternoon. In basketball, a close win for the Boomers overnight, beating Italy 86-83. In football, the Olyroos are out of the Games after Egypt beat Australia 2-0 overnight. And in tennis, Ash Barty and John Peers are up in the quarterfinals of the mixed doubles today. In other sport news, round 20 of the NRL kicks off tonight. Parramatta playing the Roosters in Mackay. The NRL is set to hold this year's grand final in Brisbane, a decision likely in the next few weeks as Sydney moves into another month of lockdown. In AFL, there are 4 rounds left for Sydney to move into the top 4 on the ladder. Meanwhile, a decision is still yet to be made on where the Melbourne Suns and Giants Port games will be held this weekend. In entertainment, Justin Bieber is the latest celeb to throw support behind US gymnast Simone Biles after she pulled out of the Olympics gymnastics finals, citing mental health reasons. The singer says that he relates to her decision and that no one will ever understand the pressures quite like they do. A slice of cake from the 1981 wedding of Prince Charles and Diana is going to auction. It's expected to go for over 900 Aussie dollars. And one of the members of the American band ZZ Top has died. 72-year-old Dusty Hill passed away in his sleep in Houston. That's your latest from the Nova podcast team. We'll see you this afternoon for another episode of The Update.